Today, we're talking berries.
This is the first fruit episode that we're doing, and that's on purpose because a majority of fruit is in season in the summertime. So we're gonna get way into fruit this summer, and we did touch on citrus this past winter, and we'll get into apples and pears for the fall, but springtime, we're gonna look mostly at berries.
Berries are like the perfect transition between winter and summer because it still has that sourness from like the citrus and everything that's going on in the winter, but also that sweetness, which is promising for the summer and sweet fruit that's coming ahead. But most of the berries actually grow in the north and in the colder climates. And when you take a look at a berry, it's really small and it's really dense and really tight. So this energetically is much more warming than if we were to look at a fruit like a pineapple or a melon, which is much larger in size. It has a lot more water content, and it's also usually a little bit sweeter, which is all expansive and cooling to the body. So depending on where you live, you want to make sure that you're incorporating the proper fruits for that season. Right now it's pineapple and papaya and mango season, which are my favorite fruits, and they're really high in digestive enzymes. But if you live in those colder areas and you're going through another cold snap, it shouldn't be a big part of your diet.
And when it comes to berries, it's really important to go organic. When you look at the Dirty Dozen list, strawberries are number one on that list. This is because berries have a really thin skin, and so when they're grown with pesticides, the fruit is going to absorb the pesticide through the skin. This isn't something that you can wash off with water or even any of those soaps that say they can wash off the vegetables really well or fruits. So it's really important to go organic with berries.
And if you look at berries, they all have these really dark, beautiful, vibrant colors, which is an indicator of their high antioxidant and flavonoid levels, which are so important in our toxic and acidic worlds because our bodies and cells are more oxidized, which creates free radicals. Free radicals are molecules that are missing an oxygen molecule. And when that happens, when it's in the body, it will actually rob your other cells of an oxygen molecule to make it complete. But that creates imbalance in your own cells, which messes with its reproduction and its own DNA. And this is where we see things like cancer and everything starting to form. So when we bring in antioxidants, it has an extra oxygen molecule. So it can donate that to the free radical so that that can become whole and the body can start to balance so it can start to heal and thrive.
All right. And it's always important to remember that our body is consistently and rapidly reproducing cells. So we want healthy, normal cells. And so the information that we give us, AKA the food, is really going to help us to produce those healthy cells. And so this is going to give us glowing skin. It's going to help prevent cancer and fight cancer and tone your organs and all that stuff. So bring in those high antioxidant foods to help with this healthy cell reproduction.
And we've always known that berries are really good for the heart. And this makes sense because the natural energetic property of berries is very toning and astringing. So that's going to help tone and astringe all of your blood vessels, your arteries, and strengthen the heart muscle itself. But the sour property in berries is really good for the liver. So the liver is the filter of the blood. So if we have thicker blood clots, or viruses, which are all really common with heart conditions, that's actually looking to the liver. So when we eat these berries, we're supporting that detoxification so that it can actually properly filter our blood.
And when you look at the strawberry, it looks like a heart, so we know it's good for our heart.
And what I've made here is my favorite way to make a jam with just 2 ingredients. I used strawberries, or you could use any berry, and put that in a blender with some chia seeds. And then you just let it sit and it starts to thicken up into a simple 2-ingredient jam.
Amazing. And we also love to use all our berries in overnight oats. This is a great make-ahead recipe where you can make a whole bunch of them at the beginning of the week, have them to grab and go, and have a really healthy breakfast or lunch or snack or whatever you need. So there's really fun variations you can do with it. So make sure you go to our website, simply-seasonal.com, sign up for emails, and we'll give you all the fun recipes you can do with it.
Yeah, well, that sounds simple enough.
Because it's simply seasonal.
Have Have you ever seen a wild blueberry?
I don't think so. That's very funny. Blueberries are a really good snack for dogs, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they even sell like the dehydrated blueberries for dogs. I love you. I love you too. Berries really grow up in the
North!
I was reaching for the berry. I was like,
waiting for me to
say
go
north.
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 North.